Hi, this is Charles 9mm again, and I got another great product to show you. This to me is really exciting. Maybe not to you, but it is to me. I love classic knives, and I love very, very simple designs because I think they're the most practical. They've really lasted through the test of time, and I think this knife is no exception. This is the Mora knife, made by Mora of Sweden. It is imported into the United States through Scandia International Incorporated out of Prescott, Arizona. But these are made in Mora, Sweden. And in Mora, the city of Mora, they've been making knives since the 17th century. In the industrial scale for over a century, so a little over 100 years, they've been making the knives on an industrial scale, but since the 1700s. And the Mora knife is really iconic to the nation of Sweden. It's really just kind of like in the United States, you know, baseball and apple pie. The Mora knives are really part of the Swedish culture, and they're beautiful. This knife is so simple. It's a high carbon blade. You can tell the forging on it because it's still rough. It has the forging marks on the top of the spine, which I love that because it really shows that it is a forged knife. And this is a high carbon steel. And you know, you look at this, and you know, they're cheap knives that look, and I want to say similar, and I don't want to say alike, but I will say similar. And what they don't have, there are a couple things, is they don't have the quality of materials or the workmanship. Somebody's just knocked off a design. Really need to get a real Mora knife to understand what I'm talking about. One is this blade is so sharp. It is amazingly sharp. It's almost as sharp as my straight razor. So, in fact, these were often used for fishing as well, and you could. The other one is the lightweightness of it. It's because of this hard birchwood handle, and you can see in the back here that they have the tang of the blade runs all the way through the handle, so it's not going to break off. It's going to be a very strong knife. Now, what is the application of this knife? This knife, not only a great outdoors knife, a light carving knife. Now they do have laminated steel, which is harder, much more brittle, but harder for wood carving. So it has a different application. And they have, if you check on the Scandia International website at scandia-international.com, you'll see that they have many different styles of knife. This one, to me, is great for the ultralight backpacker or to put into a survival kit, because you have a knife that you could stake your life on, weighs almost nothing, and really gets the job done. So if you're an ultralight backpacker, this is the knife. I do not see anyone who's an equal to the Mora knife. It is beautiful. I've actually used this one quite hard, and I've even stained the blade. And I always try, before I do a review, to actually use it quite hard, and I did. And through fire starting, I've cut sticks with it. I've cut food with it. Really very little show of any kind of abuse. It really stood up to some pretty hard work, and yet it feels so light. It feels like almost like the weight of a feather. Great little plastic sheath that it has with it. This kind of a modern polymer sheath pops in there. These, I think in the old days, they used to be made out of leather. I prefer the plastic. I think it really holds up a lot better. I like it. I love it. The Mora knife, this is the 3-inch. They have all different lengths that you can get, a couple different choices in steel. You can also get the untreated traditional birchwood that's not red, it's white, and it just kind of weathers with your hand and you know, soils naturally and darkens, which is kind of cool as well. I really like the red handle because I think it really shows the Mora knife in its most traditional and most well-known state. You can get it with modern polymer plastic handles and so forth, which I think are terrific, but I really like it this way. Ultralight backpackers, survivalists, bushcrafters, this is an excellent knife. This is a knife that you need to consider and should be in your kit. Thank you very much, and thank you, Scandia International. Got some great products out there. This one gets a Charles 9mm, A+. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.